Prime Minister Skerrit addresses Wesley High School on Career Day. Dominica moves one step closer to adopting OECS Harmonized family model bills, and a new initiative is being adopted to improve food safety. Thank you for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani.
And I'm Jarna Hector. Stay with us for details of the headline stories and others after this.
A picture is worth 1,000 words. Got it? Taking care of us can be so easy.
Take good care of the children.
Thank you for staying with us. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit was the guest of honor at the Wesley High School today, Monday, March 21st. The Honorable Prime Minister delivered a motivational speech at the school's Career Day. Behavior, attitude, and outlook were the three watchwords as he implored the students of the Wesley High School to see themselves not merely as girls who will grow into women, but as young ladies.
In the context of Dominica, the difference between being a woman and being a lady, or between being a man and being a gentleman, can be summed up in three words: behavior, attitude, and outlook. Every student in this room, by virtue of the aging process, will become a woman someday. But it is a special type of individual who grows to become a lady. In my sight, you are all special young ladies. That is why the government of Dominica invests so much time, effort, and resources in your development. You are special to us. You are special to your teachers. And you are special to your parents.
Prime Minister Skerrit insisted that behavior, attitude, and outlook are the ideal characteristics of ladies. He spoke of the importance of self-respect.
What do I mean by behavior? To be a young lady, you have first to respect yourself, respect others, respect institutions, and respect laws and authority. By respecting yourself, you respect your mind, your body, and your soul. If you respect your body, you are not likely to pump excessive amounts of tobacco, alcohol, or other illicit or illegal substances into it. You're not likely to abuse or display it in an indecent, carefree, or lackluster manner. You would treat it as the temple that it is supposed to be and demand that others do likewise.
He reminded the students that their attitude and self-perception will ultimately be their competitive edge in the working world.
But today I wish to stress that academic achievement by itself will not see you through to the promised land. While it is the first of the necessities for success, I am concerned that too many students in Dominica today are comfortable with achieving an above average pass mark and pay little attention to behavior, too little attention to deportment, too little attention to character and reputation.
The Prime Minister also stressed the importance of education and its value to well-rounded individuals. His final advice to the students was to not rush into adulthood.
Adolescence is important. You need to experience being an adolescent so you can impart certain knowledge and wisdom to your offspring. Spend your time as a teenager being a teenager, behaving like a teenager should, and respecting yourself as a teenager ought to. Those 7 years come and go very fast. There is no need to rush them.
In other news, individuals employed under the National Employment Program as education mentors will ultimately benefit from an education mentorship enhancement seminar which began today, Monday. The week-long event is taking place at the Public Service Union building. GIS News spoke with coordinator of the National Employment Program, Emmeline Burnett Honoré.
Presently enrolled under the National Employment Program, we have 76 education mentors. And when we say education mentors, we mean we have interns who are assigned to various schools around the island. Their role is to assist students who are otherwise weak, who are weak in certain subject areas. And so it's really an after-school program. Okay, so today we have a training workshop. The training workshop will be in 2 phases. Monday to Thursday for a group of 38, because as I said we have 76 persons, and next week Tuesday to Friday another group of 38.
She hopes that the training will open new doors in the education sector and that the mentors will employ their new skills in the classroom.
We will cover various topics such as classroom management, lesson planning, conflict management, identifying children who are at risk, education, certain components of the Education Act, also problem solving. And so after the mentors learn about these different aspects of how to assist them to better able implement the programs at the school. I expect them to be better equipped. One, I expect them to be better able to practice what they learn, because really and truly they are dealing with young minds, and so what they write on these blank slates is what we'll experience tomorrow.
Latoya Joseph Noel is a participant. She looks forward to the changes which she hopes to bring to the classroom.
I believe that we can put into practice whatever that we have learned, and we can better ourselves. We will work with everything that we have learned, and therefore we can use it to teach others, even the other teachers as well, and we can work with what we have learned there and put it into practice in the classroom with these students.
Joseph Noel says the National Employment Program has brought her one step closer to her dreams of one day becoming a teacher.
I've always wanted to be a teacher, and it is a great experience coming to the classroom, and all these kids are excited to see you, and they have different stories to give you. So we are able to work with them, we are able to develop with them, we are able to mold them and help them for whatever problems that they are facing, because the children depend on you, the children come to you, they trust you. So us as teachers, we are really careful with what we say to them, and it is just great.
The National Employment Program has impacted countless lives, both directly and indirectly, since its inception in 2013.
Food handlers are learning best practices in their industry at a training workshop. The Service Safe Food Protection Manager training and certification program began today, Monday, March 21st. The vision of the Ministry of Health is partnering for better health for all, hence the collaboration with the Caribbean Development Bank, as well as the Caribbean Technological Consultancy Services Network and other stakeholders. Chief Medical Officer Dr. David Johnson at the event highlighted the importance of the targeted demographic.
After the end of this 3-day session, operators of over some 30, I think, micro, small, and medium-sized enterprise and institution involved in the food service industry in Dominica will be trained and certified as food safety managers. More specifically, this training and certification program has targeted persons in supervisory and management positions preparing and serving food and drink in the food and beverage departments of the hotels industry. Persons in supervisory and management position preparing and serving food and drink in restaurants or any other facility which prepares or processes food. We also will be training environmental health officers who provide service and oversight to food service establishments all over Dominica. And students in the hospitality program at the Dominica State College will also be trained.
Globally, over 5 million food service professionals have been certified through this program, which has been accredited by the American National Standards Institute Conference for Food Protection. Dr. Johnson listed the objectives of the workshop.
Undoubtedly, this initiative seeks to significantly increase the cadre of trained and certified managers and supervisors within the food service industry, who in turn can train and influence behavioral change in their workers and employees. The goal of this training is to train managers so that they can train their employees to practice high standards of hygiene, thereby reducing the risk of foodborne illnesses.
Chief Environmental Health Officer Anthony Scotland notes that with more people eating out and due to food importation, the issue of food safety is very important.
The availability of food safety improves the health of people and is a basic human right. Safe food contributes to health and productivity and produces an effective platform for development and poverty alleviation. Consumers are becoming increasingly concerned about the health risks posed by microbial pathogens and potentially hazardous chemicals in food. Up to 1/3 of the population of developing countries, trends in global food production, processing, distribution, and preparation presents new challenges in food safety. Food grown in one country can now be transported and consumed halfway around the world. People demand a wider variety of food than in the past. They want food that are not in season and often eat away from home. Institutionalizing children for school and child care facilities and a growing number of elderly persons in hospital, nursing homes, means that food for many is being prepared by a few and can therefore be the source of major foodborne outbreaks.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood. I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. A one-day consultation took place on Monday to review and make recommendations for 4 bills related to family law. This brings Dominica one step closer to adopting the OECS Harmonized Family Model Bills. Regional and local discussion on this matter has been ongoing since 2002. Consultant at the Ministry of Social Services, Martin Anthony, says since then, a lot has changed and the present laws do not reflect the several conventions which Dominica has ratified. The Child Justice Bill was the first to be discussed.
The Child Justice Bill is very desirable because it will bring a number of changes to the processing of matters to go before a court. In fact, that Child Justice Bill asks for it's a 2-tier stage in the processing. For example, in the first tier, there will be an initial inquiry where matters would go before a committee comprising a magistrate and 2 of the members of that committee to determine whether a matter should be disposed of or diverted at the initial inquiry or whether the matter goes to a wider formal court session. For example, if the juvenile or the child acknowledges responsibility at the initial inquiry, the matter is diverted and certain directions are given at the initial inquiry. If not, the matter then goes to a formal court for hearing.
Anthony says that this is a big shift from the current Juvenile Justice Act. The Children Care and Adoption Bill was also reviewed.
The Children Care and Adoption Bill is another very important one. We have been talking now for quite a while and possible amendments to the Sexual Offences Act. What that act does, what that bill does, and when it becomes law, it will deal with other areas where a child is in difficult circumstances, where a child is physically abused, where a child is allegedly emotionally abused. The whole protection of the child will be dealt with under the Children Care and Adoption Bill. And importantly, what it also does, it incorporates adoption. We have adoption now as a separate piece of legislation, but within that bill or within that act, when it becomes law, it will incorporate adoption as part of that act.
The two other bills under discussion are the Status of Children Bill and the Domestic Violence Bill.
The Status of Children Bill is another important one. The Status of Children Bill deals with the equal status of children right across the board. Right now we have a Legitimization Act which deals more with the inheritance where children are concerned. And it talks about legitimate and illegitimate children. What that bill does, the Status of Children Bill, it says every child is equal under the law. And it also goes to the point where it deals with parentage testing, which is a matter of DNA testing to determine whether in fact that person is the parent of the child. The domestic violence bill, we already have a domestic violence bill in place, but again, that bill brings new innovations. One area I can cite is the whole question of the involvement of the police and certain things that is suggested that the police undertake in the protection of an individual.
Two additional bills, which complete the OECS Harmonized family bills, will be reviewed in a separate consultation.
Dominica deserves this. It's for the good of society, it's for the good of family. It's Dominica's obligation under certain conventions. And if the bills are in place, it doesn't stop there. It will call for partnerships at all levels to implement those bills.
The consultation includes lawyers, magistrates, social workers, and the youth, and was facilitated by legal consultant Lydia Elliott McClure of St. Lucia. Dominica and St. Lucia are the two remaining OECS countries to enact the OECS Harmonized Family Model Bills. Anthony is hoping that by the end of the year, these bills will be put before Parliament. GIS News will bring you more on this in subsequent newscasts.
And finally, government's apprenticeship program will introduce a module to complement the National Abattoir. Speaking at a graduation ceremony of 24 individuals trained in the areas of boat building and outboard engine repair last week, Director of the program, Vincent Etienne, informed that plans for a module on broiler production are underway.
What we're doing is that in collaboration, we're trying to get people trained in rearing of birds that after 6 weeks they could sell to the abattoir. We're going to run a number of training programs all over the islands. We are building some units that we'll use as training centers, and persons all over the island, we expect them to embrace the opportunities to be trained as to how it is that you rear broilers and prepare them for sales at the abattoir. I'm telling you, this is something we've run all the figures, and it is very, very profitable, and we want people to take advantage of that program.
The apprenticeship program of the Ministry of Employment is an integral part of government's plan to lower the unemployment rates. Working alongside the National Employment Program, this program empowers Dominicans with practical skills that can be used to either gain employment or become self-employed. To date, hundreds have been skilled in varied fields.
We've done 3 hospitality programs. Each program has had 5 modules, and we've graduated about 160 persons in that field, hospitality. We've done stone cutting and brick laying modules, where we've graduated about 30 persons. We've also done manicure pedicure modules, where we've graduated over 36 persons. Sewing and garment making, we did that in Jubla, in Bacatel, all those areas where we've graduated over 40 graduates. Craft making in the Carib Reserve, we've graduated over 25 persons. Landscaping, we've graduated 36 persons. Construction training skills, we've graduated over 30 plus persons. And the list goes on for those of you who are not too sure about the work of the apprenticeship program.
According to the director, these are just a few of the modules which have been completed. He says there are plans to expand the program to provide training in carpentry, furniture making, plant propagation, welding, and others. 2 new modules, block making and electrical wiring, are currently ongoing. The director is confident that this program can significantly impact the lives of the participants. He has only one request.
Through the apprenticeship program, the Ministry of Employment will continue its effort to provide the skills required in our development process in Dominica. And we ask that persons who have benefited from the program to get involved either in starting your own business or to seek, and when you do succeed, remain gainfully employed. We are doing these programs not just because we have nothing else to do or government wants money, but government is definitely interested in your development, your advancement.
And that's news. McPherson St. Luce is up next with Creole Highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole, non moins c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, en consultation qui a mis attention à ce bill qui concerne les familles et spécialement protection des gens qui ont l'âge pour place en Dominique Jarna. Pays OECS qui a gardé ce bill salam pour taper harmonisation, ça c'est tous ces pays qui gardent même bitin. Magistrat Gloria Augustus qui a facilité le programme là en Dominique.
Et aujourd'hui là, ça nous a fait, nous a mené moun pour yo parler contre une de papier, il pas encore loi, mais ça nous dit nous devons changer ces lois là, nous qui a dit contre famille. Et puis ces lois ça c'est child justice, ça a parlé contre les enfants, nous ni domestic violence, violence à famille, nous ni l'autre là pour qui en adoption, c'est là yo ka adopter moun ou si on enfants abandonnés, comment nous ka point et mettre au côté, et puis on est status of children. So OECS a aidé nous, il a envoyé à madame, au consultant, pour aider nous, pour parler code, qui ça nous voulait à ces lois ça. Puis autant loi nous qui a managé, c'est ça, yo vie.
Augustus fait parole qui se bill cela, qu'a parlé contre pour longtemps.
C'est pas après ça nous qu'a parlé contre ça, nous qu'a parlé contre ça depuis 2000, nous qu'a parlé contre ça. So aujourd'hui là à 2016 nous a dit nous ni pour faire bagay comme ça. So aujourd'hui là nous amener moun pour yo discuter, pour yo ouais ça nous voulait faire et puis pour yo parler gouvernement, pour yo supporter puis bagay pas que qu'on était bagay a changé, tant qu'à passer bagay a changé et puis à présent ça nous voulait ni à ces lois là c'est pour faire plus meilleur pour manière nous qu'à manager et puis les enfants qui fait crime et puis les enfants qui n'est pour on est pour prendre pour mettre à l'autre côté. So nous qu'à garder ça. Est-ce ça nous qu'a fait est ça plus meilleur. Ça nous a fait plus meilleur pour ces enfants là pour comité là et puis il y a différents monde ça et puis ça qui prend l'argent. C'est pas ni aller nous qu'a fait. Ça qui pour l'argent, ça qui nous qui pour d'autres monde qui pour train et puis so c'est ça nous qu'a garder. Nous qu'a fait monde ouais qui ça yo qu'a proposé fait yo dit ça yo quoi comme ça et puis pour nous point ça pour gouvernement et puis pour gouvernement point ça pour à cabinet après cabinet à parlement pour nous si nous a changé yon des lois qui a et puis famille.
Alors nouvelle gouvernement Dominique Kaba police sport attention. Parole celle-là sortie au ministre sport honorable Justina Charles.
Nous avons sports policy, mais pas sports policy ça là pour un long temps. Avec ça nous les fait qu'on nous regarder compte transform et pour changer manière bagay aller. Nous ka review sports policy nous les mettre garder compte sports act là, c'est act là qui ka gouverner sports en Dominique. Nous ka garder compte ça, nous ka garder comment nous ça développer framework on plan comment nous ça développer sports en Dominique. So Lotteries Commission fait l'argent ça là available tout. Lotteries Commission ba nous $29 000 pour nous faire travailler ça là. Nous employer un monde pour garder compte policiers. Il y a une meeting avec tous ces différents sports stakeholders là en sport, so yo joindre comme fois ils aller toutes différentes communes parler avec ces moun compte ça yo te que en sport à bless là pour présent ça nous ka faire c'est revise garder compte report là iba nous ka garder report là pour nous voir comment nous ça chat way forward so mais nous ka d'accord avant nan la fini nous que ouais new sports policy implement.
Et puis, finalement, le ministre de la Santé recevait un lab qui a servi pour purification de l'eau. Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, fait donation de ce équipement là pour le ministre de la Santé semaine passée. Permanent secrétaire ministre de la Santé, Helen Roye, recevait la blanc à ce compte ministre de la Santé.
Eh bien, équipement là, nous tapons là, c'est quand la nous tenons Erika. Ou ça, le premier problème, nous c'est un problème de l'eau. Comment pour purifier de l'eau puisqu'on pas de côté de l'eau là pas bon et puis nous te dit mon yo pas supposé boire de l'eau là mais ça nous fait c'est PAHO Pan American Health Organization et puis yo vini et puis aussi supporter nous yo te ba nos tablettes qui nous te ba moun pour aider yo pour purifier de l'eau là mais après ça nous tapons lab même ça sont lab qui servi en les field là so yo pas obligé aller plus loin si on environmental health officer a nous dit te la plein là c'est puis de l'eau là quitter on y machine now can attach the battery et pour ça ni attach the transport et puis yo ça servi yo ka fait premier set test yo te gagné pour faire yo ka fait là même so avant yo even voyer pièce commission ba nous yo déjà savent si de l'eau là bon ça qui fait bagaille comme ça so nous taper on kit et puis nous bien content pour kit ça là ça nous qui servi en les field là.
Messieurs mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moi c'est McPherson Luce. Au revoir.
Despite the fact that cars are safer than ever, they are still driven by human beings who often have trouble retaining even the minimal techniques and rules required to operate a vehicle to avoid accidents.
Here's a safety tip to avoid accidents. Make sure no part of your car is visible to you in any of your mirrors. Just angle the mirrors away from you until the point where your car is no longer visible in either one and leave them there. That way there is no overlap between them and the rearview mirror, and any passing car will be visible in at least one of your mirrors until it enters your field of vision.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm.
Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Jarna Hector.
And I'm Kimani. Thanks for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.